We are so running up here all the time and with our bodies, and we're so divided that we don't stop to think and dwell and meditate and contemplate on the greatness of our God. And until we do that, we will never worship Him in spirit and in truth.
That's right.
Nothing about God makes us shout. Nothing about God makes us dance. Nothing about God makes us clap. Nothing about God makes us raise our hands, holy hands to the Lord. Even though He asks us to do all those things, nothing about God gets us to do that. I used to blame it on personality. I thought we used to hide behind our personality. Now I'm convinced it's just because we're not following Him. And we tell ourselves it's because of our personality. No, we've lost our awe of God. That's why when we get to heaven and we see Him in His fullness, oh, you're going to do things you've never done on earth. Maybe, if you get there. If I get there. Can I just tell you something? I'm going to bust your bubble, maybe. You're going to dance in heaven.
That's right.
You're going to dance. You may tell me, well, you're going to, if you get there, you're going to dance in heaven before the Lord.
That's right.
You are going to shout in heaven before the Lord.
That's right.
You are going to run around like crazy, shouting and praising Him. Because that's what goes on there. My concern is, how far is God's mercy going to go? Does He understand Martha? Well, that's just the way she is. I'll let her learn how to worship me when she gets to heaven. Because she'll have to look at me then, because I'm the center of everything in heaven. Folks, He's the center of everything on earth. And He should be the center of this house. And when we walk in and see Him, we should have an expression of worship. Listen, I'm not trying to tell you how to worship. I'm trying to tell you how the Bible says to worship.
That's right. Come on.
The Bible says, look at God. Fix your eyes on Him. Not on a screen, not on a songbook, not on a worship team member, not on the person next to you. Fix your, if you have to close your, that's why I keep my eyes closed when I worship. I don't want to see anything. That doesn't make me great. I just learned that if my eyes are open, I look. I don't want to, I'm not compelled to see what's up there. If I don't know the words, I want to keep my eyes closed because I don't want to see it. I want to see God. I want to see Him in His fullness because you know what it does for me? It warms my soul to know that He loves me like He loves me. It encourages my spirit to know that His wisdom will always speak to my need. It encourages me that He has power, that whatever I'm going through, He can make happen what needs to happen.
That's right.
And if I'm looking at that, God, help me to express to Him how strongly I feel about what He's giving to me and what He is to me. The one thing that you and I were created for, the one thing that we were created for, was to have a relationship with God the Father through Jesus Christ the Son, so that He can get all the glory and worship that He deserves. That's the one thing that is needful that He told Martha about. It is the only purpose you and I serve on this earth. I know we think we were here to be a father and a spouse. No. You were created for one thing. To have a relationship with God that causes you to express worship and adoration back to Him for who He is. That's it. That's it. Folks, today in this place, I can feel us being this close to being overwhelmed. God's presence. Josh did the right thing. He stopped when he stopped for a reason. Because I really think we need to understand this biblical truth from this story. So that we learn that our response needs to be a lot more strong than it is. And it will be if we ever take an honest look in the eyes of God. That's right. We have to quit darting it now. We got to sit at His feet. And sit. And I'm going to tell you something. If you do it, and you do it biblically, there's going to be some Marthas that will poke their head in, and they're going to get mad at you.
That's right.
mean it's not the Bible in this. But I want everything the Bible says. In regards to giving adoration to my God.
That's right.
I'm going to tell you what, things change when people begin to worship God.
That's right. It does.
Because they're looking at Him.
That's right.
When you try to worship Him and you're not really looking at Him, it's just church. We're talking about the glory coming down. That's our goal, remember? That's what we want to see happen. The glory of God come down. This is a big part of it, folks. His glory is not going to come where He's not being truly worshipped.
That's right.
God help us. Look at Him. And worship Him for who He is. May the awe factor, the wow factor of God come into my life and your life. Lord God, thank you for this opportunity. God, I know I need to look at you more. And I need to quit getting in a hurry. I need to quit darting in and out of your presence. Forgive me, God. Forgive me, God, for being too busy, for being too distracted, and being too a lot of things. Teach me, Lord, what you want from me. Teach me, God, how to meditate on you. And teach me, God, from your word, how to worship you in a way that makes you feel worship. And then may your glory flood my soul because, Lord, I need it. Do that for this house. Do that for this house. Holy. So I encourage you to come back tonight. We're studying the book of Acts. It's important stuff for us to learn. If you don't come normally on Sunday, that's come tonight. Come and study God's word. Come and fellowship with brothers and